onto an issue which is related to that of the Mass, and especially that of the Ecclesia Day Commission and the Indult, and that is that of Archbishop Lefebvre's apostolate. Now, this was founded, it's interesting that we've been discussing the priesthood and the Mass, because Archbishop Lefebvre's apostolate has been founded basically on the idea of defending the priesthood and the Mass.
That's right. That's
what
the
are your views on the Archbishop Lefebvre issue?
Well, I must tell you, the older I get, every day I bless the Lord for having given us Archbishop Lefebvre. Because no matter what defects or excesses there may be in other way in the Society of Pius X, the society he founded, the institute he founded, there is this one thing. They have ensured that the Church has a small but definite supply of validly ordained priests who say valid masses and hear valid confessions. And that, for me, is a boon from the hand of God. This can't be the work of Satan. Satan doesn't do that. It's cutting off his nose to spite his face. So I thank God for Marcel Lefebvre. And I think that in the providence of God, he was raised up after the Vatican Council just to counteract in a very sharp and abrupt and jolting way the onward corruption of the Church in a central act of worship. So I think that he's a blessing. I think he was sent by God, quite frankly.
I think that another benefit that Archbishop Lefebvre has provided is that it puts pressure on the authorities to make concessions to good priests within dioceses.
Insofar as they make concessions, it's because of Marcel Lefebvre, and it's because he's there as an alternative. There's also this. As long as people are saying the Mass validly, as long as there are good priests who do so and good confession, then the truth is bound to prevail finally. And I don't know, I can't tell you, because there are too many of them, how many priests have passed through my hands who said the Novus Ordo for quite a while, since it was published, because they were obedient priests, and suddenly came to the conclusion that they'd better switch and go back to what they used to say, or what they never said. Some of them are young priests that never knew the traditional Mass. And uniformly, immediately, everything has changed in them. Their notion of the Church, their notion of zeal, their notion of devotion to Jesus, their personal relationship with him. One man said to me, he said, now I know I am united with him physically and spiritually every morning. I didn't believe that, he said. I didn't believe that. So the effect of Marcel Lefebvre is huge. And remember that God rides straight with crooked lines, is an old Spanish proverb. And I don't think anybody could have shaken up the satanic presence in the Church as much as Marcel Lefebvre. Nobody could have done it by direct opposition and by persevering. And then with God's blessing, because, you know, he's economically viable. They can't liquidate him. He, in numbers, he's growing. So he's independent of them as regards the material things. So they can't put screws on him, as we say in this country. He's independent economically, and in numbers he gets his own, he's building his own seminaries, his own schools, his own convents. So God has given him those blessings. Now it remains to be seen what's going to happen to him what's going to happen to the institute when he dies, and what God does with it. And I'm quite certain God is going to bless it and direct it in various ways. But by that time there may be a change in the Church.